Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh my. All right. Let's get started. I'm doing it live. I'm trying to bypass the memory of my computer because I can only record like 3 videos at a time, and I have to upload them, delete, and do all this stuff. And then sometimes when I go to record, it doesn't even record. That gets really frustrating to me because I do some really good readings, and then when I stop to upload it, there's nothing there. So we're going to try live. Sorry I started it a little bit too early. I wasn't quite ready to go live, but I also didn't want to redo all of the info stuff, and I wasn't sure at what point it was actually going to go live. So let's go ahead and jump into it. If someone wants to timestamp when the actual reading starts, I will try to remember as well and timestamp it for you guys. So about 3 minutes is when it starts. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to be using the singing bowl, as always, to clear the energy, to connect with you all as a collective. And then as a collective, we will connect to spirit so we can receive the most accurate and relevant message directly from spirit. If you would like to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so. The more, the merrier. So let's jump in. Beautiful. All right. Actually going to move this. What deck are we going to use? All right. Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Pisces collective. Most accurate and relevant messages for Pisces at this time, please, Spirit. What do they need to know? Open their hearts and their minds to receiving the most accurate message for them at this time. We've already got 2 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune out. 2 of Swords showing up in your current position, showing us that you have a decision that you need to make, and you need to make it sooner rather than later because you're kind of at a stalemate. There's no movement either direction because you're having a hard time deciding whether that's what career path to go down. Should you stay? Should you leave a certain situation, career, job, relationship, home? whatever that is. I feel like you're trying, like kind of weighing your options, but you're not necessarily like you're not necessarily putting in the work to weigh the options. You're just kind of waiting. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it all plays out. Is kind of what I hear you saying. You might have even said that to someone recently when you're talking about like future, which way you're gonna go, your next move. I feel like you're like kind of just I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm gonna see how this all plays out, and then I will start to transition into the next phase. But I definitely see you transitioning. I see you moving on to a new phase, a new stage of your life. Let's get the rest of our cards out. All right. So moving on from that, from the kind of stalemate energy, not necessarily stalemate, but I don't see you making any movement forward at all. I see you just kind of waiting and seeing and kind of letting destiny, the wheel of fortune, letting these things kind of guide you instead of, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. This live, I don't know. Anyways, instead of like taking control, you might be taking a back seat right now and just kind of, again, waiting for things to play out, waiting for maybe even spirit to step in and guide you a certain direction. I would say with that, if that's what you're waiting for, you need to open yourself up to receive that. You need to ask the questions. You need to allow and accept the help and even ask for the help, because while our spirit guides and our angels, ancestors can work on our behalf, they need our permission. They can't just do it whenever, all willy-nilly. When it comes to like, I don't know how to explain it, but you do need to open yourself up and you need to ask for the guidance, and you need to say, I'm allowing you to steer me in blah, 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 and be very specific about where you're heading, where you see yourself, and then allow spirit and your guides to guide you in that direction every step of the way. Because I definitely feel like you're kind of taking a back seat on this and kind of just Jesus take the wheel sort of stance, which is absolutely fine. There is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with seeing how things play out and kind of where you end up, especially if you feel like everything's kind of up in the air right now and you want to wait for things to land first before you make a decision. That is completely acceptable. Moving on to your recent past, you're coming out of a space where you're very happy. You felt very content. You felt very fulfilled, emotionally fulfilled. And this could be a situation where from the outside looking in, it looks like you have all of this emotional wealth, and happiness, joy, peace, contentment. You could be exuding those energies. But when you really dig deep and when you really ask yourself, am I happy? What do I really want? Where do I see my life? It might not be matching up. You might not be as happy as some people think that you are, or you may not have been as happy as some people thought you were. So if you do decide to make a big life change and you decide to go a different direction, it might catch some people off guard. Like, what? I thought that they were so happy at this job. I thought they loved their house. I thought they were so happy in that relationship. And yeah, you were, but you also know that deep down that things could get better. Hold on, I'm going to let the cat in real quick. Yeah, I am. I see you moving towards not only the 10 of Cups, because yeah, you could have had the 10 of Cups, but you could also desire the 10 of Coins, the Sun, the 9 of Coins, Chariot, all of these other things that you are wanting, travel, resources, businesses. Maybe you don't have that piece of it yet. And in order to gain that, I feel like you kind of had to let some things go and be very real with yourself and the people around you. Like, This is what I want out of my life. This is where I see myself going. This is the direction that I want to head. And I don't know all the specifics yet, but I know that there's more than this, is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. What you're moving into, your near future. What is this? 6? 7? No, because this is the 7. So this is the 8. Oh my God, Caitlin. Okay, it's 8. I don't know my Roman numerals very well. So, all right, 8 of Swords. You're moving from a place of feeling stuck. This is a self-imposed stuckness, like looking around like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get out of this? I want to leave this relationship, but I can't because I don't have the funds. My finances are tied up in them. We live together. I want to leave this job, but I can't because it's my income. All of these things, you're kind of looking around, wanting to make moves to bring in this bigger, brighter, more vibrant, fulfilling life. But as it is right now, you're feeling a little bit stuck. And that's probably why you're hesitant to make a decision one way or another. And you're kind of waiting for spirit to guide you. You're kind of waiting to just see kind of where things are when the dust settles and when you can kind of regain. Maybe you're going through some like really big life shifts, like people moving out, you moving out, again, leaving a job and not really knowing what's ahead of you. And that can be really scary, but you have to take that step to move out of this energy. And as you can see, it's a butterfly that is almost to the point of spreading its wings and flying away. This butterfly is not going to be impaled. It's not going to die. It's not going to, no harm is going to come to it. Yes, it's a little bit stuck right now and in this kind of suspended space, but very soon it is going to turn into a butterfly and it's going to soar. And it's going to leave all of the chaos and kind of confusion, things that felt good 1 minute. Wow, I almost said moment. I was trying to say minute and moment at the same time. Felt really good one moment, and then the next moment it was kind of like not great and just felt really forced and suffocating is also the word that I'm getting. In order to leave that behind, you have to just open up. I'm getting open yourself up. Be open to receiving. Be open to offers that could be coming in. Don't shut anybody out. Don't shut anything down or write things off too quickly is what I'm getting. Stay open-minded. In your mind space right now, the Empress is showing up. You're thinking a lot about your empire, what that looks like. You might even be doing diary entries about what your empire looks like, what your life looks like as an Empress in that energy, because that's your ultimate goal. You want to be the Empress. You want to be someone who is in control of their life, who has a lot of things, who can take care of themselves and the people around them. They have multiple businesses, multiple streams of income, but they are the more receptive. It's a feminine energy. Feminine energy is very receptive. Masculine energy is very, whatever the opposite of receptive is. The ones that are doing the offering and doing the things, the providing part of it, going out, getting the job done. Not saying you're not doing that. I feel like you are going to be a little bit of both Emperor and Empress, but I feel like in your natural state, you are very Empress. You're very kick your feet up and let the money roll in and just watch your money grow and do the things necessary when it's necessary, but you also can travel when you want and be hands off because you've built that. And I feel like you're spending a lot of time kind of detailing that out so you have a very clear roadmap and so you can stay on that path easier. Because when we have a clear plan and a path, it's easier to say no to the things that aren't in alignment with that. Is this going to get me here? No? Okay, then it needs to be not in my life. Is this going to lead me to Empress? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So let's move towards that. In your subconscious right now, it feels maybe a little bit overwhelming, confusing how many options you may have. Again, if you're at a crossroads and you're trying to decide which way to go, that could also be a reason why you are not making any progress one way or another. You're just like, there are so many options that you're sifting through. So I again, feel you really relying on source to guide you to answer these questions. What is best for me right now? What is in alignment for me right now? And I see you just really weighing all of the options to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome to get you to this Empress status. Your advice from Spirit at this time, you have the 5 of Cups. It's interesting. Coming up in an advice, you have 2 kind of interesting cards. This advice and your hopes and fears are like interesting choices for those positions, but whatever, it is what it is. 5 of Cups showing up as your advice from Spirit. This to me is just saying, don't focus on your past. If you've had significant illnesses or sicknesses, downfalls, times in your life when you felt like you've been less than, Spirit really wants you to not focus on those things and focus on who you are becoming and what is in your future. And also, this is a warning, kind of take care of yourself, drink more water, get more exercise, move your body in a way that feels good to you and feels positive and keeps kind of that momentum going. Even if you're not making like super solid decisions right now, Spirit is still saying keep your momentum going, even if that's just physical activity, even if it's not the actual steps towards a goal. Just keep yourself moving, keep yourself active and in good health is what I'm getting. Pay close attention to your health, mental and physical and emotional, right? And we want to be very well-rounded so we can take care of ourselves and the people around us. Because again, I feel like that is your ultimate goal, is to be in a position where you are independent, you are financially independent, so you don't rely on anybody for your income. And part of that is being in good physical health. So if you are having some things that are like, maybe I should get that checked out, something that's just not sitting right with you, definitely get that checked out. And again, there is a disclaimer in this for a reason. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anything. I'm just saying Spirit is pointing to your health here. This is a card of sadness and loss and grief, ill health, all of these things. And as advice from Spirit, it's saying to me, don't ignore your health. Don't think if you ignore it, it's going to go away, because it's typically the opposite of that. Energies around you. Knight of Swords. There could be a lot of people speaking before they think about what they're saying. They could just be like spewing random shit, moving really fast, kind of chaotic energy, which I can definitely see in the people around me right now. They're just kind of all over the place. This is someone who is in and out, very flighty. So if there are those people in your life, maybe distance yourself from them, because that kind of fluctuating up and down, in and out energy is not what we need, especially if we're trying to achieve stability, right? We need stability. We need stable people in our lives, not flighty, in and out, wishy-washy, back and forth, says one thing, does another. Lots of will sees, maybe, I don't know yet. No more of that. We need definitely, absolutely, hell yes, let's go, let's do this. And they show up when they say they're going to show up. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're moving towards. Your hopes and fears. You have the 7 of Swords here. I'm just getting the energy that you really want to leave. Again, this chaotic, indecisive, don't know who's on my side and who's not, who I can trust. I feel like trust is a really big thing for you. And you want to leave the people who are deceptive and kind of leading you on, and gray areas, anytime that there's a gray area, any relationship, any job, maybe that you don't know exactly what your role is or where you're going. They haven't really given you a clear answer on if there's any movement for you, lateral movement for you here. They're just kind of maybe even leading you on. So I feel like that's the energy that you're wanting to move away from. This, again, very in and out, very unsure. So your hope is that you can move on to stability and kind of leave these parts of your life and these people and relationships and whatever else in the past. And the good news is, what is in the result of this, the outcome for you right now? The Three of Wands. This is a space of planning, very solid foundations and plans. And it's like you have the vision, you've been struck with the vision, you're very focused on it, and now you're planning and you're writing down your business plans and ideas and having kind of your elevator pitch together so that when someone comes up to you and is like, hey, what have you been up to? What are you working on? What are you doing? Or you have the opportunity to give your pitch, you have it ready. So you are kind of opening these doors and opportunities and bringing what is in your vortex, however long it's been in there, you're bringing it into the 3D right now with a very real, tangible plan, which is an excellent outcome for all of this, because there was some instability, uncertainty, kind of decision-making things that you're not really wanting to do. But I do see you having your plan. So when these opportunities, when these options are presented to you, you know exactly which one to choose because it is in alignment with your path. So let's get our oracle cards, kind of wrap this up and bring it all together. What is here for Pisces, Spirit? What do we have for Pisces at this time, please, Spirit? What else do they need to know? What else is here for them? Dragon. Okay. And then we're going to do our Samhain oracle card. See what is here for you guys. What else is here for Pisces at this time, please, Spirit? What do they need to know? Coming of winter. Okay. One more. This is our Fairy Tale Lenormand deck. I usually only do 2 oracle cards, but for whatever reason, I was called to do this one as well. So we'll see. Must be an important message for you here. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Pisces? What's here for Pisces? Child. Interesting. Okay. Let's start with the child card. Card number 13. Child, children, something new. The child is generally a positive card. In the Grimm brothers' Tale of Hansel and Gretel, Hansel saves his sister twice from their mother's treachery. But Gretel is the one to save Hansel from the witch. She learns something new while on her adventures with her brother. When the child shows up, look for something new coming to your life. It could even be a child if other cards are indicators of fertility, which I don't see, so I don't think that's what this is for you at this time. I really just do think it's new opportunities. I actually think you guys are moving into new everything, a new house, a new car, a new source of income, new businesses, new job, new relationships, new friendships. I really do feel new social circles. I feel like there is a lot coming in that's new for you guys at this time. You're definitely in a new season, a new phase of your life. The child predicts that you may also meet a person who likes to be in charge of things. Like that toddler we've all met, the child can be a bit bossy at times. Let the child also advise you on ways to bring a more childlike mindset to a problem. Sometimes you need to look at an issue with a pair of fresh eyes. Absolutely. Coming of winter. Are you guys ready? Like, of course, if you're in the northern hemisphere like I am, winter is coming. So it's time to start prepping for that. Reflection, rest are keywords for this card. The outside world can seem such a cold and distant place. It can be tough to navigate the trail buried beneath the snow. It is hard to feed your soul when your surroundings offer little nourishment. In the dead of winter, life can be beautiful, still, peaceful, blisteringly cold, unforgiving, changeable. There is but one thing you can do when the oh my god, I don't know what's happening to me right now. Why I can't read. There is but one thing to do when the winter storm comes blowing. Seek shelter to rest, recharge, and reflect. We must all take refuge within ourselves from time to time. Our souls need the energy of winter to slow us down so that we can conserve our strength for when we need it. A harsh lesson, but learning to face the winters of our lives prepares us for facing the future. Take the time to reflect on your choices and the consequences they reveal. Look for ways to evaluate the path you've walked, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate your triumphs without harsh judgment. When the winter winds blow into your spread, it is time for self-reflection. Failure to learn from your experiences often causes the repeat of mistakes. It's time to review the choices you've made without the opinions of others. What choices made your heart happy? What choices left you numb or lacking in inspiration? What is holding you back, and what resources could you use more of? Use the answers to questions like these to get a better understanding of what truly makes you happy and to form a plan to start shifting your life towards the image of your choosing. This card comes with a message to rest. The world will wait for you. Give your mind, body, and soul time to be still. Taking time to recharge is not laziness. It is the choice of supporting yourself. You'll have more strength, energy, and focus to devote time to the things you love when you are rested. All right. Let us... Oh, animal spirit. Yes. Dragon. Okay. So the overall message that we're getting as we move into the stiller, colder months, it might be a good thing that you're in kind of this unknown space, so you can use this time to be with yourself. You don't necessarily have a job to get to or responsibilities kind of saying, no, you can't stay home today. No, you have to get out in the storm. You have to drive to work. You have to do these things. When now you can be like, I don't have to. I can stay home if I want. If I choose, I can stay home. And I feel like that's a really good thing for you at this time. It'll give you a lot of space to grow into this person. Again, I feel so much abundance and prosperity and growth coming in for you. It could be overwhelming. So I feel like this winter, next 4 months that we're going to go through, November, December, January, February. Yeah, essentially 4 or 5 months that we're going to go through. I feel like you're going to come out the other side damn near a completely unrecognizable person. So use this time wisely. I really feel like you will, but just focus on yourself these next couple decades. All right, Dragon. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are curious, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. Is that like remote viewing? Not sure. I have to Google it. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their energy is dim. Anji is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. The dragon in the third chakra. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. So, what is this? Third chakra, which is sacral, right? You have root. No, solar, sorry. Solar. So if you're looking for some action work, something to do, something to bring you closer to your Empress status, I would say work on your solar plexus and opening that up and letting it just burn really, really bright and vividly. All right, guys. I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for being here and experimenting with this live stream. Thank you for those that popped in even just for a second to see what I was blabbering about. I will see you guys next time. Enjoy your November. I love you all so very much. Bye.